What's up, guys? It is me, girl Shant'e, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. If you are new, scratch that, welcome back, period. So as you guys can see by the title, because you guys have been hounding me about a story time, here's a story time. So by the title, you guys can see I'm just appalled. Like, it's like 2023, so it's kind of like the lying is just not giving what it's supposed to give. But I be telling people, mind what you say out your mouth, because you never know who. And I guess he just didn't think he was gonna get caught. Now you a story time. Damn. Boom. Okay, so this is about a time a boy lied about his entire life and did not know that I knew his entire family. So we're gonna call this boy Dummy, and we're gonna call his homeboy Stupid. Dummy and Stupid, period, because both of them was dumb and this was stupid. So me and my best friend was downtown one day, and we was taking pictures or whatever, you know, just a little content day. Now mind y'all, this story time is recent. If you go to our Instagram, then you'll know when this happened. Boom. We taking pictures or whatever, and they ended up pulling up in this black truck, and my best friend was like, oh Lord. And I was like, what? She was like, and I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. Because we don't be, every girl, comment down below if you'll be feeling like that all the time. Like, you kind of just be wanting to be with the girls and just chilling. So Dumb was trying to talk to me, and Stupid was trying to talk to my best friend. Dumb get out the car, and he was like, hey, how, well, they stopped, and he was like, hey, how y'all doing? So we like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, because we not rude, so we gonna speak. So we like, hey. So he was like, what y'all doing? So we kind of looked at each other like, obviously, like taking pictures. So we like, you know, taking pictures or whatever. So he's like, y'all want us to take the pictures? So we like, no, we good. So we just, they go down the street. So we thinking they going down the street. No, baby, they parking. So we just already irritated. We like, oh Lord. So we get out the car. They walk up on us on big nigga. Anyway, so boom, Stupid was crippled. So anyway, Dumb get out the car. He know how to hold a conversation, but his personality, outside of him lying, you just double down on stupidity. Like, it was already you lying, but now your personality, we're gonna use the terminology in school, he was a jerk. Like, I don't really too much like them type of dudes. Like, I already stressed to my best friend, I'm like, he looked familiar. Like, so that was already flag number one. So he got out and started talking or whatever. So I'm like, where you from? Because you know, when people look familiar, I start asking questions. So I'm like, where you from? So this was the first lie. He was like, oh, I'm from Jamaica, whatever, woo. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So like, what you doing over here? So he like, oh, my family. Okay, cool. You know, I ain't doing too much to ask questions, because you know, when I'm not really interested, I don't really get too in depth in asking questions. Like, you know, where you from, whatever. So I'm like, from here. So he was like, oh, you look like you from Atlanta, woo. So I'm like, well, dang, why I always get out look like I'm from Atlanta? No offense to Atlanta. But I be like, dang, like, maybe because I dress up all the time. Like, where I'm from, you ain't dressing up unless you want to wait. When you go to Atlanta, you can dress up all day. Like, there's something to do on every corner. I'm like, no, I'm from here, whatever, woo, da-da-da-da. So that was already lie number one. So then he was just like, you know, I'm an athlete. I used to play for this person, that person, da-da-da-da. But then things just didn't work out, woo. So I'm like, okay, cool. So my best friend and Stupid, they, like, outside of them lying, they really know how to have a conversation. He was like, what are y'all about to do or whatever? So I was like, just take our pictures or whatever and get ready to upload them. So he was just like, well, if y'all not doing nothing later, we can all hang out, probably go to the beach. So that was red flag number two, because you know me, if I just met you, I ain't going to the beach. Because we all know what the beach mean when you want to go to the beach. Like, niggas be thinking me so slow. I'm not dumb, baby. The beach with whom? The beach with who? Yeah, ain't going. So me and my best friend kind of looked at each other like, yeah, no. Okay, so we was just like, oh, we'll let y'all know whatever. So they was like, oh, we could just, you know, come downtown for a drink. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's more like it. We staying in the public eye, baby. And I ain't trying to go too far, because if you piss me off, first of all, I'ma drive. Because if you piss me off, I'm going about my business. But I'm not trying to waste no gas going all the way out to the, no, not doing it. For you to piss me off, I think not. So we finished taking our pictures or whatever, got in the car. They ended up texting us and was like, just let us know whatever we do. Woo. This is where it was so crazy to me, where things just started getting funny. He looked it so familiar, and I kept saying this to him. So I'm like, you look so familiar. So the second red flag was he ended up calling me, and he was like, why you keep saying I look familiar? I was like, I don't know. It's like I done seen you somewhere, like, and I'm not gonna stop saying it until I can pinpoint where I know you from. I'm like, bro, I done seen you somewhere. Like, I didn't see you from somewhere. So he kept stressing, no, I'm not from here, so you probably ain't seen me, or woo. So he ended up telling me about his business. So he's like, yeah, you know, I got a car service business or whatever, woo. So I'm like, Nah, that ain't it. Oh, Car, I done seen you somewhere. Like, you either look like somebody or I've seen you somewhere. So, oh, nah, woo. So I'm like, you got family? So he's like, yeah. So I'm like, you got a sister? So he's like, yeah, I got an older sister or whatever, and an older brother. Woo. So I'm like, okay. So I kept that in the back of my head. So we're driving. I'm just telling my best friend, I'm like, best friend, this boy look familiar. Like, he looks really, really familiar. So she was like, you've been saying that for a minute. Like, you've been saying that since we met him. Like, what's familiar? I'm like, his face. So my best friend, me and my best friend are very in tune with our intuition. So she was just like, are you feeling like we shouldn't go, or you feel like we should just, you know, block the numbers, go about our business? So I'm like, I don't know. So I called my brother. Now, mind you, to know my brother is to know if he don't know you, then something up. Because my brother know everybody. If I don't know you, if my brother don't know you, and if my best friend don't know you, if our people, because we know people that 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 know people. So if all them people don't know you, something up. Nobody know him. So I'm like, oh yeah, something up. Like, so something up. Either you an extra lame, or you DL. Simple. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it done happened before. Like, it's happened. We not gonna, that's another story time for another day. So my brother like, you think he DL or something? So I'm like, he don't give off DL. Like, he do not give off DL. He just give off sneaky. Like, he gives sneaky. My brother like, I don't really know. He said, if you feel some type of way about it, then don't go, because I don't want to have to flip the city. So I'm like, okay, cool. But I'm not getting, don't go. So we go to my best friend's brother, which is also like my brother. So he like, nah, I don't know. Because if he don't know neither, these two brothers do not know, it's just a red flag. I ain't going, because something's up. So he like, nah. So he was just like, you know, he was like, you don't look, he said he looked lame to me. Like, he looked like, he just like a regular nigga. So I'm like, okay, cool. So as long as we got that little green light, we good to go. Because if both of them would have said something negative, we wasn't gonna go. So we ended up going to this public park because we was not going to the beach. Because I already got a red flag, I don't do too much. I ain't going nowhere where my body could disappear, somebody could drown me. I don't have time for all that. Let's go to a public park. So that way, if something happened, I'm screaming to the top of my lungs before somebody think they finna gut me like a fish, baby, period. Or before you think you finna sex traffic me, because ain't going for it. No, I am not gonna be sold to the highest bidder off the strength of nobody, period. Boom. So we end up going to the park, whatever. We meet them at the park. So my best friend like, you sure? So I'm like, yeah. I was like, something's just telling me to be here, but be aware. Not like scary aware, but just listen to the conversation. So she like, okay, cool. So boom, we get out. He already made a remark. I'm not gonna talk about the remark that he made, but he already made a remark to me and my best friend. And I was like, boom, bingo. Okay, cool. Now I see why my intuition is telling me to be aware, so I can know who I'm dealing with. So we started my best friend and stupid went this way, and me and dumb went this way, but we still ended up same place. So we on the public park, so I'm not worried about my best friend. We here together, you know. One thing about us, yeah, please don't run up on us, because it's something in the bag. It's something in the tote. You know what I'm saying? Something is in the tote. So as we talking, you know me, when I don't trust somebody, I'm real stiff. Like, my conversation real get to the point-ish. Like, I don't be with all that keep flirting. I'm just like, what's up? Like, I'm getting, because who are you, sir? Like, you're giving an imposter. Who are you? We talking, and he go to talking or whatever, talking about his life and where he from. So I'm like, okay, so what you doing over here? Like, what made you come over here? Old school, you know, football, my folks. I stay in my own. I hate this. 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 The worst thing for me to not like you is if you're trying to showboat. Stop playing me. Like, whatever you put on the table, believe I can double it. Please don't think you're gonna showboat and that's gonna shake something. Like, the little money and the little, yeah, I got my own crib, I got cash, I pay my bills. I'm never gonna applaud a fish for swimming, baby. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, I don't really know who you thought you was, you know. I don't know if you thought you was getting me high. I don't know where you was going with that one. So that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, I don't really know where you going with this one. Like, am I supposed to be excited that you got a house, that you got a crib, that you taking care of your folks? Like, I don't know I don't know the emotions you want me to have in this response that you want from me, because it's not given. Like, it's not given. We sitting there talking or whatever, so he was just like, yeah, he was like, you be playing hard to get. I said, no, I don't play hard to get. You just not gonna get me. Like, I don't really understand. I'm already trying to figure out where I know you from. So I'm like, you sure? I said, you don't go to parties down here, you don't come down here often. He was like, I be now. He was like, you probably didn't see me at a party or whatever. Woo. So I'm just like, it's no way I seen you. It's just, I just kept stressing like, I know you from somewhere. So he just kept getting concerned because he like, where you know me from, like what side of town you be on, who you know, woo. So then I started asking about his family. So when I went to asking about his family, it was kind of short answers. So I was like, okay, what was your mama name? You know, what's your background? So he's like, Dad, you interrogating me? You don't even know all of that. Woo. So boom, my flag went, my radar went off. Ding, 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 ding. I'm like, okay, you don't want to talk about your family. I wonder why. Let's aim more towards family conversation. Started talking about family and this, that, and the third. So he tried to go to relationships. First of all, don't know you. He want the whole hand. It was just giving too pushy. Don't be pushy with me because that's really, really, really making me feel uncomfortable. So I'm texting my brother because, you know, now I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable because what we're not going to do is play because my brother come flip this whole city upside down. Like, chill. So he like, why you so tense and loosen up? And I'm like, no, I'm straight. Like, I was like, you must be. So you know me, I go to shade and everything. I was like, oh, you must be do this often. He was like, what you mean? I said, you take girls to the beach to park. I said, you take girls to the beach often, must be. So he's like, nah. I said, so why was your intentions at the beach the first time or whatever? He was just like, oh, it wasn't nothing like that. So you know me, I peep everything. When they got out the car or whatever, I seen sand in the car. So I'm like, you don't take girls to the beach often, but it seemed as if y'all had already came from the beach because it's sand in the car. So he was just like, dang, you clocking everything. Baby, when I am in unfamiliar territory, oh, best believe, like I'm viewing everything. Ain't nothing finna get out of my sight. Not even my best friend, because she right here. 19 steps on this side of me. Ain't nothing getting out my vision, period. I am the head honcho CEO of Peep & Co. Yeah, Peep & Company, because I'm a peep, the company you keep. He just like, dang, you ain't gave it a rest since. He ended up showing me his business page or whatever, right? This when stuff started clicking. His last name looked very familiar. So I'm like, where have I seen that last name from? So by the time I had peeped his last name, I kind of was already ready to go. Because now I'm at this point where he was just being too pushy, like wanting to kiss and hug. I don't know you. I think that is so weird. I don't know you and you ready to kiss on somebody. Like, that just shows me that you just go for anything at this point. Like, same type of time we texting each other, we like, yeah, let's go ahead and deal. So we ended up getting locked inside the park because the public park, you know, it closed at, I think at like 10, and we was there till like 11:20 something. It wasn't even that late. We ended up getting to the thing, and I was just like, bro, I kept telling y'all we needed to get out of this park. Like, I kept saying that the whole night. I'm like, we need to get out of this park because, you know, they closed. The inside, the public park closed, but the outside don't close. So we had to call the police to get unlocked out the gate or whatever. But as we're sitting in the car, he was just being an a-hole to his homeboy, and I hate that. Like, that's like a female trying to show off in front of a dude. Hate it. Worst way to impress me. That's not impressive. I hate that. Get to the car, the police come, the police unlock the gate, we deal or whatever, you know, my best friend car. So as we driving home, I was like, hold on. Man, listen, we in the car chopping it up. Because one thing me and my best friend do, we have summary time. Like, we talk about what just happened. So she like, what's going on? So I went to tell her and talking about the conversation. So she was like, we finna park and do this. So we went full Mystery Inc. mode, baby. Yeah. She looked up his name on Google. So we look up his first and last name. Y'all won't believe what came up. His criminal record came up. So it wasn't nothing bad, like bad as far as like women abuse, sex, drugs, all of that. It was something really dumb. It was really dumb, but it was just like, yeah, you're weird. After we looked that up, I'm like, I still know him from somewhere. Like, that's not where I know him from, but I'm glad I know that too. Y'all won't believe. Boom. So when I'm thinking about his first and last name, right, I'm like, somebody else I know got this last name. So when I thought about it, I was like, oh. So she's like, well, I said, hold on, click on the girl who got the same last name. So I go to her page. I'm like, okay, well, I don't see him. So then I was like, let me go through the tags. Go through the tags. Y'all, guess what I see on the tags? I see the same company he was telling me about on the tags of her tag. Y'all, so I click it and I'm like, oh, this blah 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 brother. So I'm like, well, why did he lie and say he's from Jamaica? Because they're not from Jamaica, they're from here. What is he talking about? So I'm like, what the freak? Like, why would you sit here and lie? So I'm ended up finding his Instagram, the business name, his sister Instagram, the oldest brother Instagram. Listen, it's so crazy because his sister used to be my homegirl. Like, homegirl. She dated my best friend. Homegirl, not my girl, obviously not my girl best friend, but my boy best friend, the one that passed away. She dated him. So I'm like, bruh, my gosh, this is insane. Like, this nigga just sat here and lied about his entire life. Then what I thought about, he lied about his age. He had told me that he was my age. I'm 26. He can't be 26 because his sister is older than the both of us. So you're not my age. Because I'm like, you said you lied, you from Jamaica, then you trying to say you 26. Like, if you gonna be anything in this season, be for real. He ended up texting me. I like, just so funny how niggas like to lie about their life. So he was like, what you mean? I said, who literally in their right minds just lie to a female? Like, I was like, you don't even know me, so what are you lying about? I was like, oh, you thought I was gonna find out about your charge that's on public records? I said, oh, you thought I wasn't gonna find out that you such and such little brother? Calling and blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone. So I ended up telling my best friend who he was or whatever. And she was like, so stupid, ended up calling my best friend, and my best friend ended up going off. He was like, yeah, my best friend and I, we know. Listen, if I was a female to tell business, like to really tell business, he would have been messed up. Because if y'all knew the history behind their family, like, y'all be like, wow, like, it be the portraying to be things, but you don't know who really know you. That's the whole funny part. We turn around, I was like, you such and such. So she texted him or whatever, so I'm like, yeah, you such and such little brother. Y'all, the boy talking, oh yeah, that's fam. Nigga, that's not fam, that's your sister. Now you blow because I know what's going on. Like, I know how y'all get. We ain't gonna talk about it, we ain't gonna talk about it, we gonna talk about it, because listen, we ain't gonna talk about it. So boom, my best friend telling stupid, so stupid, like he was like, he told my best friend, he was like, yeah, he's like, I felt bad after we left because we lied or whatever, because they told us that they were blood brothers. That's what they told us. So I'm like, girl, that's not his brother. That's his homeboy. That's definitely not his brother. Talking about we got different daddies. We got different mamas, just the same daddy. No, y'all don't. No, the freak, y'all do not. He like, when my best friend told him everything about dumb life, he called dumb. He like, bro, they know, so much you probably told her something. Now you going off on your homeboy because you done got caught lying. And it to me, it's just so stupid. Why would you sit here and lie? And then you helping your homeboy lie. I just found this whole situation dumb. Lie for what? To get nothing? Because you ain't got no. And you done shit. Like, what was the whole. Like, it's 2023. What we lying for? That was just the dumbest. But what really, the lesson was for them. Because the lesson wasn't for me and my best friend. I just was like, this is so stupid. Like, what are you lying for? So he just literally blows my phone. He blew my phone up all night. And I really think he was just trying to blow me up to apologize, so I wouldn't go tell nobody his business and this, that, and the third. Boy, ain't nobody care about you getting that little funky little charge. And then it's just like, now you blow because I know everything about you now. The stuff you was trying to hide, because listen, what's done in the dark gonna always come to the light. You can't lie to me, baby. It's just not gonna work out best for you. And it didn't, because you got caught and read like a book. Damn. But that was the story time about how he lied and he ended up getting caught. Listen, it was so funny because his best friend, or whoever he was, I guess that was his best friend. His best friend was just like, bruh, we've been doing this for a long time. Like, he been lying to girls, like, everywhere they meet, every girl they meet, he lied to. And he was just like, bro, we've been doing this for a long time. I've been tired of lying with him or whatever. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Because you still lying. Like, that was just so dumb. Like, it was just the dumbest thing. You lied for what, though? Like, I don't like that you lie. I don't like you try to act bougie. It's a flex. Like, you wasn't even driving your own car. That's the disturbing part. You're in the passenger seat of your homeboy's car lying. Make it make sense. And the homeboy to me is just like, what are you lying for? This nigga in your passenger seat, what are you, his do boy? Like, it just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. It just gave me mind blowing. It gave me bothering. It gave me what the. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this story, if this ever happened to you, comment down below. Please don't leave me hanging in these comments, because I know this didn't happen to y'all. I know a nigga lied to y'all. I know a female didn't lie to y'all. Somebody didn't lie to y'all. Leave it down below so I can know, period. But make sure you turn your post notifications on so your phone can beep, buzz, vibrate, and do whatever it does when your girl posts another video. I got a story time coming for y'all very soon, so make sure you have your post notifications on. I love you guys.